Chinese Jinns were so important in the ancient Far East that they had their own servants and were carried around trade routes as gifts for kings and emperors. Peking geese were even worshipped in the temples of China for centuries. Wow. After the fall of Rome, human survival often became more important than breeding and training dogs. Legends of werewolves emerged during this time as abandoned dogs traveling in packs commonly roamed the streets and terrified villagers. I think the fall of the Roman Empire was like the worst time in history to be alive, all around. The most dogs ever owned by one person were 5,000 mastiffs owned by Kublai Khan. The American Kennel Club, the most influential dog club in the United States, was founded in 1884. The most popular male dog names are Max and Jake, and the most popular female dog names are Maggie and Molly. Weird dog laws include allowing police officers in Paulding, Ohio, to bite a dog to quiet it. In Ventura County, California, cats and dogs are not allowed to have sex without a permit. That seems a little totalitarian to me, but the next one. The first dog chapel was established in 2001. It was built in St. Johnsbury, Vermont, by Stephen Huneck, a children's book author whose 5 dogs helped him recuperate from a serious illness. Those born under the sign of the dog in Chinese astrology, so every 12 years, are considered to be loyal and discreet, though slightly temperamental. In Iran, it is against the law to own a dog as a pet. However, if an owner can prove the dog is a guard or hunting dog, this restriction doesn't apply. Muslim reticence concerning dogs is perhaps due to the fact that rabies has always been endemic in the Middle East. The Mayans and Aztecs symbolized every 10th day with the dog, and those born under this sign were believed to have outstanding leadership skills. The shape of a dog's face suggests how long it will live. Dogs with sharp, pointed faces that look more like wolves typically live longer, while dogs with very flat faces, such as bulldogs, often have shorter lives. The ancient Mabaya Indians of the Gran Chaco in South America believed that humans originally lived underground until dogs dug them up. French poodles did not originate in France but in Germany. Poodle comes from German Pudel or Pudelhund, meaning splashing dog. Some scholars speculate the poodle's puffs of hair evolved when hunters shaved the poodle for more efficient swimming, while leaving the pom-poms around major joints to keep them warm. The name of the dog on the Cracker Jacks box is Bingo, and the Taco Bell Chihuahua is a rescued dog named Gidget. It's so cute. Gotta move my legs. My back hurts. The first dogs were self-domesticated wolves, which, at least 12,000 years ago, became attracted to the first sites of permanent human habitation. Dachshunds were bred to fight badgers in their dens. Plato once said that, quote, a dog has the soul of a philosopher. Laika, a Russian stray, was the first living mammal to orbit the Earth in the Soviet Sputnik search and rescue dog. Wow. The smallest dog on record was a matchbox-sized Yorkshire Terrier. He was 2.5 inches tall at the shoulder, 3.5 from nose tip to tail, and weighed only 3 ounces. I wonder when he was alive. Hollywood's first and arguably best canine superstar was Rin Tin Tin, a 5-day-old German Shepherd found wounded in battle in World War I France and adopted by an American soldier, Lee Duncan. He would sign his own contracts with his paw print. During the Middle Ages, mixed breeds of peasants' dogs were required to wear blocks around their necks to keep them from breeding with noble hunting dogs. Purebred dogs were very expensive, and hunting became the province of the rich. At the end of World War I, the German government trained the first guide dogs for war-blinded soldiers. A dog can locate the source of a sound in 1/600th of a second and can hear sounds 4 times farther away than a human can. 18 muscles or more can move a dog's ear. The names of 77 ancient Egyptian dogs have been recorded. The names refer to color and character, such as Blackie, Ebony, Good Herdsman, Reliable, and Brave One. In early Christian tradition, Saint Christopher, the patron saint of travelers, is sometimes depicted with a dog's head. The oldest known dog bones were found in Asia and date as far back as 10,000 BC. The first identifiable dog breed appeared about 9,000 BC and was probably a type of greyhound dog used for hunting. There are an estimated 400 million dogs in the world. The US has the highest dog population in the world. France has the second highest. Scholars have argued over the metaphysical interpretation of Dorothy's dog, Toto, in The Wizard of Oz. One theory postulates that Toto represents Anubis, the dog-headed Egyptian god of death, because Toto consistently keeps Dorothy from safely returning home. Interesting. Dog nose prints are as unique as human fingerprints and can be used to identify them. Bloodhound dogs have a keen sense of smell and have been used since the Middle Ages to track criminals. It is much easier for dogs to learn spoken commands if they are given in conjunction with hand signals or gestures. Dogs in a pack are more likely to chase and hunt than a single dog on its own. 2 dogs are enough to form a pack. Dogs can see in color, though they most likely see colors similar to a colorblind human. They can see better when the light is low. Zorba, an English Mastiff, is the biggest dog ever recorded. He weighed 343 pounds and measured 8 feet by 3 inches from his nose to his tail. The average dog can run about 19 miles per hour. And greyhounds are the fastest dogs on Earth and can run at speeds of 45 miles per hour. Wow. One female dog and her female children could smart as 2 or 3-year-old child's, oh my god, human children. This means they can understand about 150 to 200 words, including signals and hand movements with the same meaning as words. The grief suffered after a pet dog dies can be the same as that experienced after the death of a person. The most intelligent dogs are reportedly the border collie and the poodle, while the least intelligent dogs are the Afghan hound and the Basenji, but they're just as lovable, I'm sure. One kind of Pekingese is referred to as a sleeve because it was bred to fit into a Chinese empress's sleeve, which is how it was often carried around. A group of pugs is called a grumble. Dogs have a sense of time. It's been proven that they know the difference between an hour and 5 hours. And if conditioned to, they can predict future events, such as regular walk times. A study at the University of California, San Diego, claims that your dog can genuinely get jealous when they see you display affection for another creature. Stray dogs in Russia have learned how to ride the complex subway system and get off at specific stops in search of food. Your dog can smell your feelings. In fact, your dog's sense of smell is approximately 100,000 times better than yours, so it shouldn't be shocking that they can, in fact, smell things such as fear. When a human is fearful, they perspire, and a dog is easily able to pick up on this change. Newfoundlands make great lifeguards because they have water-resistant coats and webbed feet. In the town of Idlewild, California, they elected their first mayor in 2012, Mayor Max. But Max isn't just any regular mayor, he's a golden retriever. Although Mayor Max passed away in 2013, the town elected Mayor Max II into office, and he's been governing Idlewild ever since. When your dog is carefully choosing the perfect place to do his business, they prefer to go in alignment with the Earth's magnetic field. Maltese dogs do not shed, making them perfect pups for people with allergies. And I looked it up, and they're the dogs that look like silky mops. I was thinking it was like a really short-haired dog, but it's the ones that are just mops and are always wearing a bow on their head. Guess I'm getting a Maltese because I am extremely allergic to dogs. 45% of dogs sleep in their owners' beds. Not surprising. A German Shepherd guide dog led her blind companion through the entire 2,100-mile Appalachian Trail. Wow. Teddy Roosevelt's dog, Pete, ripped a French ambassador's pants off at the White House. President Lyndon Johnson had 2 beagles named him and her. 3 dogs survived the sinking of the Titanic: a Newfoundland, a Pomeranian, and a Pekingese. And the very last 100th fact is that the Bible mentions dogs 14 times. So, I hope you enjoyed hearing about these dog facts. Let me know which one your favorites are. If you have any dogs yourself, I would love to hear your dog stories. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe.